Yeah.
I'm feeling the production, man.
You
I,
like that?
I
You like
like
that?
that.
We back on this thing. We back on this thing. We on season 1, episode 7. Woo! Episode 7. Can you believe it? Yeah. Woo! We on episode 7. We got some great guests in the building. Again, as you know, these are my faves. We go hard. We're gonna do a quick introduction to them. I know you've seen them on here before, but for y'all that's new, for y'all that's just now getting, we gonna get this going. Okay. To my right, we got who coming in on the right, the infamous, my sister coming raining out of Chicago, straight out of the
Yes.
North Pole. Who we got? Go ahead,
Yes.
tell the crowd who you are, sis.
Yes. You got K Boogie in the house.
Let's
Yes, with my
go.
bro. And once again, I'm happy to be on. And this is
Do
a
it.
good topic. So
Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, do it. Glad to have you on here. Glad to have you on here. And guess what? We got over to the right of her. We got my main man, Rain in Hell, straight out of Chi-Town too. Let's
Let's
get
go.
it.
Let's go.
My man.
What up, DB Good Green, aka Mr. Ain't Hard to Find. Shout out to the E-Town. Shout out to the North Pole, baby. You know how it go.
Yes, sir. Yes,
yeah.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Glad to have you on here, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Glad to have you on here, brother. So without further ado, we gonna go ahead and go over the title like we always do. I'm getting my vape ready. My baby, she got me hooked up. I forgot all about it. Forgot all about the vape. We can't have a vape show without me smoking on my vape. All right. So let me get on that. But while I'm getting this queued on up, the topic that we're talking about today is really gonna be juicy, and a lot of y'all out there gonna get a kick out of this one because like I told y'all, with this show, we go all around the world with different issues and different things that normal people normally don't talk about. We talk about the elephant in the room. You know what I mean? And happy Halloween, by the way. Y'all see, I got one of the best characters in the thriller
Yes,
joint,
yes,
Carrie.
sir. Yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying? Scary. You know what I'm saying? Scary Carrie. So for y'all Halloweeners out there, make sure y'all be safe. Make sure y'all do the right thing. Don't get caught up. Don't get caught lacking. Don't get yourself in trouble. Do the right thing, kids. Do the right thing. Okay? As my boy Spike Lee would say. But yeah, man. So this topic is who should pay the bill on a first date? Are sexual favors owed if the man pays for the date? And a bonus that we're going to throw in is we're going to talk about, is there specific places that a guy should not take a woman on a first date? Do y'all got a criteria out here? Because I seen the list. I got the list. And we're going to read off the list, okay,
That list
of
crazy.
places that ladies have came across the globe or somebody, I don't know, you know how the internet is. It could have been one person that just spread like a wildfire. But all we know is there's a list circulating in the atmosphere about places that you should not take a woman on a first date. Over those two. Furthermore, ado, I'm gonna kick mines off and then I'm gonna let y'all talk on this and y'all tell me what you think. We're gonna talk about it. So the first thing, who should pay the bill on a first date? Guys, stop being cheap, man. It's us, baby. It's us. We gotta pay the bill first. Listen,
Yeah.
you gotta understand that when you're going on a date, right? When you're taking this woman out on a date that you're attracted to, or some of y'all that's taking another man out. I don't know how that works, but you know, whoever you're taking out that you're interested in, and you're taking them out on a date. If you're taking someone on a date, that means that you are covering the expenses because you're saying, let's go out on a date. I'm taking you out on a date. Now, had you said we're going out as friends to hang out, had you said we're going to go kick it, now you better bring that bag, bring that purse with you. Because, you know what I'm saying? I'm not covering the whole night if we friends going out to hang out. But if I invite you out on a date, I'm taking you out, meaning expenses is covered on me. What do you think about that, sis? As a woman, what do you
Yeah.
think as far as who should pay the bill on a first? Are you now? I've heard different scenarios now. I've heard guys and I've heard women say, hey, on the first date, we should split the bill. On the first date,
Right.
it should be half and half. The woman should do it. The man should do it. Get you a woman that's gonna pay half on the bill. What do you
Right.
think? What do you think about
Right. No, I think I'm the old school way. I think that no, I think that the male should pay, or whoever, like what you say, the you know
it?
male in the situation is, he should pay the bill. And I know I heard some people say like he pay the bill and the woman like maybe she get the tip, but I don't believe in that. Like if you're gonna
She
take
could
a
definitely
female,
get the tip.
huh?
She could definitely get the tip.
Oh, you can definitely get. Oh, right, the
No,
tip after the meal. Yeah.
huh?
Nah,
I
man.
don't think
Okay.
Nah,
so.
that probably.
I think nah, at least the first date. Like I say, like, okay, if you know her and y'all, you know what I'm saying, like y'all exclusive or something like that, okay, we go out on a date, okay, get the tip, get the parking, do something, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay, I see that. But if y'all just getting to know each other and like, you offered, like you the one who said, like, okay, hey, let me take you out on a date. I want to
Mm-hmm.
get to know you better, da da da. You should come with
Right.
no expectations, number one. And number two,
Ooh.
you know what I'm saying? You better have your pockets ready when have your have your pockets
See, I like
ready.
that. I like that. Let me ask you then. Let me ask. Oh, DB, what do you think on that? What do you think on that?
Yeah.
Who should front the bill on the first date?
Oh, well, I mean, nowadays, you know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to that role, to the roles that men and women play, you feel me? Like nowadays it's like either person could pay the bill. I would say, the one who's pursuing the other should pay the bill. The one who is in pursuit. So, if a girl say, if a lady say she like a guy, you know what I'm saying, and want to get to know him, because them the times we living in with ladies, they making the first drive. You feel me? So if a lady trying to make the first drive, she should pay the bill. But I'm a more traditional type of dude when it comes to men and women. You feel me? So me personally, I would be the one driving. So me personally, I would say that the man should pay the first tab.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I
Uh,
totally agree, man. I agree with both of y'all. And you brought up a good point as far as if a woman wants to take out a guy on a first date, should she cover the bill? What do you think about that, sis? But do the woman
Yeah.
pay the bill at any time as far as if she's the one pursuing the guy, should she pay the bill for the guy to go on a date?
I
Or
mean, yeah. I mean,
does she even invite the guy to a date? Because that's
that's what
very
I'm about to
rare
say.
these days too. That's very rare. But
Yeah.
like TB said, there are some that like to do that. I feel like
Right.
you're kind of jumping the gun if you invited me on a date to pay on the first time. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
beautiful gesture, but I feel
No.
like kind of like that proposing to a man type deal. Like, don't
Yeah.
propose.
And that's what I was about to say.
They just fucked me over because now my
Right.
history go as the man who got proposed to.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like it became like, to me, it have become too like much where the females is like the man. Like it's too much of
Mhm.
like,
Full reverse.
and I would never, like, I'm the type, but like you say, I have like some friends I know that they'll be the one who, like, you know what I'm saying, go after.
Initiate.
But for me, yeah, I would never do that. But I will say, if the female invites you on a date, then yeah, she better have her money ready also, because she invited you. But I don't think that a female should, unless and she's a dyke, that she should invite you, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
onto a date, because it's like, okay, that's what the man do. But
Right.
if she sees something that she wanted, like you say, now the times and stuff have changed, and she sees something that okay, she want to go after, then
Mhm.
okay, yeah, you should have the bill as well. But just, this is the thing: make sure that you can maintain that type of relationship, because now I think he gonna be looking
Oh,
at it as, hey, she paid the first bill, now you know what I'm saying, she coming with money, hey, she da da da,
oh,
and then he might get
nice.
in his mind,
I like that aspect of
yeah,
it. So basically, you're saying so, and then correct me if I'm wrong. Also, then that would be the same then in reverse. Because what if the man is paying the bill? Should this woman then feel like he should always be fronting the bill? Like, all right, okay. And I love,
No,
is this a door opener for is this a door opener for whoever's going to be the money getter and the money spender of the relationship? Because I took you out
no.
on the first date and paid all bills, paid everything on that and I'm saying bills. I mean, paid all the tab for that
Right.
dinner or whatever date. Does that now entitle me to be the dinner date spender every single date?
No, that's what, no, because it's different. Like, I don't know. For me, it's different. Like the male and the female is different. You know what I'm saying? The
As
male, the male did like what traditional is supposed to be done. He
okay.
paid for the date, but that don't mean that he gonna do that every time. You know, because of course it's holidays and stuff to come up. It's his birthday, his sweetest day, stuff like that. Where you going, you know what I'm saying, pay the bill and stuff like that.
Yep.
So it's like, I don't know. To me, it's different with the female because, like I said, that's normally not the female role it to
What
pay the bill. So, like I said, to me, if a guy see a
do you mean
female doing that,
roll? What do you mean roll? Not roll. So what? She ain't supposed to be paying no bills?
no,
No, I'm
she's
asking.
not on
I'm
the
asking.
first day.
I'm asking because I think the same. I think I'm with you on that, and there's a new wave of different guys in this
Yeah,
generation that we in now, and women. Nowadays,
yeah,
women are wanting to be in control of even the man duties of the job, and
exactly.
I think it comes from more so of a experience level. Maybe their
Right,
dude that they had before was broke. Maybe this nigga had
right.
no money. So now she automatically thinks, okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not even going to expect this guy to have money. I'll front the
Yep.
bill. I'll front the tab. Just be my company. Just be there with me type
Yeah,
shit.
that's true.
Like, I
Yeah.
feel like that's the era that we're in now. In the eras of
Yes.
school, the era was the man pays the date. He pays it.
Yep.
He comes up. He takes you out. He opens the car door. Blah blah
Yep.
blah. Right? Not
Yeah.
worrying about tip. Not worrying about none of that shit. Because you know what I think.
Exactly.
You know what I think, K Boogie? If you don't have
Mhm.
the funds to go on a proper date, just don't
Don't
go on.
go. Yeah, that's how I feel too.
Why would you fucking embarrass yourself and be like, yo, I want to take you on a date, and then this girl says, okay, let's go
Right.
out, and then you go there and you can't afford the motherfucking tab.
Exactly.
Because here's my question to you. Do you pick the most expensive shit off the menu sometimes? If you go on a
No.
first date, is there a limit to what you eat, or should you be able to pick whatever you want? The guy invited you on a date. Should you be able to pick the steak, the lobster? Should you be able to get
Yeah.
that shit? If he took you
I
to a steak
feel like right. I feel like if you go to, I mean, if he's taking you there, I feel like you should have like, you shouldn't be limited, but I feel like you as a woman or as the person, especially like I said, if you're expecting no expectation, you shouldn't
Mm,
try to. It should just be into your manners, not to try to get the highest on the bill. Like, oh, I'm gonna run his pockets up, But you got some
yeah,
females to think like that. Oh, he
that's
take me out, so I'm gonna. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna run his pockets up. I'm gonna get I'm gonna try to get the most expensive, blah blah blah. And it's like, no, I don't think like that. Like, you're not supposed to be like that. Like, okay,
Is
me
this a reason?
personally,
Is this a
I don't.
reason why guys are protecting themselves these days? Or
Yeah,
guys
I believe
want
so.
to pay the tab because girls are freeloading for free meals? Because
Yes.
because I've seen it and I have been a victim. I was a victim. I want to say 6 or 7 years ago. I'm in my 20s, and I take a girl out on a fucking date, and you know who shows up? I tell her, hey, yeah, come on out. I'm saying, me, I'm an impressive type of guy. So if
Yeah.
I invite you out to eat, I'm not taking you to McDonald's. I'm not going to
No.
take you to everything. I'm going to take you to something that's more elegant because
Yeah.
I'm trying to impress you. That's the ultimate goal of it, right? So
Exactly.
otherwise, we can stay in the house and just cook. But
Right.
if I'm trying to and if I'm trying to impress you, I will invite you to a nice spot. So I invited this girl to come out to a place, right, to go on this
Okay.
date.
Uh.
And when she shows up, can you believe she shows up with her whole fucking family? She showed
What?
up with she showed up with her mom. She showed
Are
up her sister, and her sister had a fucking kid. And I thought they was just eating with us. So I said, okay, well, shit. I'm knowing this girl is not that stupid to think that I'm gonna be paying all of their bill. Okay?
right?
Like,
No.
okay, we sit down, we order. Even some dude came along, which was the sister's boyfriend. And he's
Oh
sitting there
no.
eating cheeseburgers and shit. So, and I'm talking about, listen, they didn't order no
Mm.
cheap shit. These motherfuckers ordered like the highest like steaks, lobsters, and all that shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is this little 3-year-old got a lobster for? What the fuck is this 3-year-old gonna do with lobster? So I'm like, hey, it's on them, so I don't give a fuck. Can you believe after the date was done, this motherfucker tells me, hey, we all left our purses at home. I said,
Oh
are you
no.
fucking kidding me? So it was a place that I know I'm well known in that establishment. So I
Yeah.
couldn't be like, nah, fuck that. Y'all gonna pay it, right?
Yeah.
But God works in mysterious ways. The dumb motherfucker parked in an illegal parking and they gave her a ticket.
Good. Well,
And the
that's
ticket
good.
was for like $300. So I said, yeah. I left. This motherfucker was like, hey, we got a ticket. I said, I don't give a fuck. That's your problem. Pay that
Yeah.
shit. Because that's the tab that you just ran up in here, you motherfucker. Take a doggy bag and get the fuck out of here. But that's what happens. So some
Yeah.
guys burned and then they feel like, and listen, I've even seen it where a girl is in a restaurant, in a high expensive restaurant. What is that one spot called? Papados, right? Papados, where it's
Mhm.
expensive. She's in there on a date with her date who's paying for the whole meal. And she slipped her number to the waitress to give to me while I'm sitting at the bar.
Oh wow. See?
The waitress comes to me and says, hey, somebody wants me to give you their number. I said, who? She said, she's on a date right now. I said, what? She's on a fucking date? And she said, I'm not calling this motherfucker. This motherfucker's brutal.
No.
God damn.
Yeah.
And freaking Papados, where it is $100 for one meal. And then
Yeah.
she took her out, it's $200. And she gave her number out before they could even leave the goddamn restaurant? God damn.
Nope. Nope. Or you got the girls taking the pictures of just the food
Oh,
and taking the picture of the guy. This is my trick. Ew, I don't like
oh,
him.
God
He ugly, da da da.
speak on that shit, K Boogie. I
Yeah.
see it all the time. You're on
Yeah.
Instagram with pictures of the food and no pictures of the motherfucking dude that you with. Where's
Yup.
the pictures of the dude that took you to there? Because you ain't
Yup.
no goddamn self. That's for sure.
Hell no.
Took your
Yeah.
ass, and you don't even have the decency to turn the snap and at least get the corner of this motherfucker. You know, do a quick breeze,
Yeah.
do a quick pass by. You don't even put
Right.
the guy in the fucking video, but you're posting all the exotic food, the restaurant, everything.
Yup.
But you don't even post the guy who took you on a date. But
Yup.
you expect this guy to pay the whole tab and to be a gentleman on the first date, but yet you don't want to give him the proper respect and at least get a picture and maybe don't even show it. You know what I'm saying? Just take
Right.
a picture and delete that motherfucker later.
Yeah.
For him
Yeah.
to feel like, hey, I'm included
He
in this,
appreciate it.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Appreciate the word, yes.
Yep.
So do you think that's a reason? Do you think that's an excuse for guys still to do it? In my opinion, you still got to do the tab if you on the first date.
Yeah.
Gamble. It's a roll in the dice. When that happened to me with that girl in that family, you know what I did? Anytime
What?
we go on a date, who you bringing?
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Because if you're bringing a family, we going to McDonald's, and these motherfuckers do Happy Meals.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. That's what I was
You
gonna
can
say
bring
too.
your
Like
family, bring them. Go
exactly.
to McDonald's now.
Yep. And that's what I was gonna say too. Like what if I was like a male, what I would do is I would make sure, first of all, you have to know which type of female, you know what I'm saying, you like dealing with. And even though sometimes you never know, because some people might come with the wolf, you know what I'm saying, and you can never tell. But like
Right.
what you say, I would question and I would ask, like, hey, you know what I'm saying, what you da da da, I would get it straightened out. Hey,
Yeah.
look, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you gotta take control of the situation. Hey, we going such and such here. This is just our first date, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna fill each other out. Now, for me, it's like if you not know like big, what I would do too is like if I wasn't no big baller where I just got money where I could just throw around, then
Yep.
I probably wouldn't go all out. Not on the first date. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I wouldn't
Right.
try to go like to the most like
Most
expensive, you know what
expensive.
I'm saying?
Go
Right.
within your limits
No.
of what you can afford.
Yes. Exactly.
But let me
Just go.
ask you this. But let me ask you this.
Uh,
That's a great way to break into just a little bit portion of this, and we'll touch back on it. So, is
right.
there a specific place that women do not like to be taken on a first date? Should there be a guideline on what you should do as far as when you take a woman out on a date? Do it have to be the expensive spot? Is a cheap spot not good enough?
Right.
Is that an insult if a guy takes a girl to fucking McDonald's on a first date? Is that an insult?
Yeah,
Because I
that
mean,
is.
because for me, I feel like for me on the man side of the house, but I'm a different type of man. Like I said, I'm not this new generation of guys. I'm all
Yeah.
about how you're gonna look to the person. Like perception's everything. This is the first date. We going to McDonald's on the first date. I mean, it's kind of like saying you're a cheap motherfucker who don't got no money. Now,
Yeah.
we could take that a certain way because the woman should say, hey, I like this guy. I genuinely like this guy. He just don't got enough money to get me to a good restaurant. So I'm going to still appreciate this double cheeseburger with the French fries and a goddamn Coke for $2.99.
Yeah.
I should still appreciate this guy, right? He took
Yeah.
me to the date. He took me to McDonald's, but he took me out. Does that count for anything? Or does that still mean that is it still wrong? Should he just wait till he get his money right and take you on a real date? And what if he
I think
never does? What if he never get enough money? Should you still go on a date with him?
right. That's what I was gonna say too. It also depends on to the guy. Like I think if you come to her and you would let her know, like, hey, I'm in the midst of not working right now, or I'm in the midst of, I'm saying, paying so much of bills that like if you explain your situation, like you don't have to go into too much, but if you kind of let her know, hey, I really
Mm-hmm.
like you, but my funds is not where they need to be right now, but I want to take you out, but it's
Yeah.
not gonna be like nowhere special, then I think
Yeah.
like, hey, and I think that if she a real one, or if she really like him like that, then she gonna be like, okay, yeah, I understand, what I'm saying? Yeah, hey,
Yeah.
at least we went somewhere, or at least you tried. So I think, yeah, but
I,
in
see-
most,
I feel you on that. I feel you on that. I think though I think that's where a lot of women get trapped and get fucked over it. Right? I feel like you gotta keep the standard up high. If this guy can't afford to take you to a good fucking restaurant on the first date, at least a decent one. It doesn't have to be a 5-star fucking, chef coming out, doing cartwheels and shit with the drinks in his hand at the same time. But a good fucking place, other than a
yeah,
McDonald's, other than a Burger King, other than fast food. I think fast food should not be on a first date.
no,
That's my opinion. Fast food should not be on a first date. Because think about this. Fast food, right? So think about this. Everything is how you start. It's how you will finish. If this guy can't afford anything other than a double cheeseburger right now, you need to wait for him to get his money right. Don't even fuck with this guy until you can come correct.
because
But I
that's what
think
I
a
was,
lot of women, yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
I was gonna say too. Is like he or she, because it goes both ways, but he or she really shouldn't even
You're,
be dating or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If they in the midst of getting their stuff together, like you shouldn't
yeah.
even try to
Why are you
date
dating?
because like
Yeah, you're broke. Why are you dating? Why are you trying to take him up without a
exactly,
date? You broke. Stay your
yeah,
ass
no,
at home and get some money.
yeah,
Go get another job. You should be applying for McDonald's, not trying to take her
yeah,
to the McDonald's. You should be trying to apply to get up in that motherfucker.
exactly. That's
Why
what
are you trying to take somebody on a date? You're broke. What
yeah,
the fuck does that make?
right, exactly.
So this
So
this brings me to this. Are sexual favors owed? Because now we looked at the broke boys. Broke boys, stop trying to take girls out on dates. Okay?
yeah,
It's okay to be broke. We all been broke. We all been broke. Okay? And when we were broke, we weren't thinking about going to the date. At least I was.
right,
When you're broke, last thing you want to do is be sitting outside in public. Motherfucker, you're broke.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You go outside when you got some money. So,
yeah,
guys, if you don't have the funds, don't try to take her out on a date.
yeah,
Unless you can do it right. Because this is your very first perception. This is your very first
exactly,
time taking out the person that you like, person that you want to get to know, and you're going to take her to a fast food restaurant and fuck up the whole perception of it. Even if she
yeah,
is nice enough to go with it, in the back of her head,
yeah,
she's embarrassed. In the back of her head, she's ashamed. She's going
yeah.
on, what, she going to get dressed up to go to McDonald's? What, you going to put on a fucking nice dress to walk up and sit in one of them little cubbies?
Yeah, that would be embarrassing. I don't even
It's
want to.
embarrassing.
Yeah, nah.
Just get your money right. Just get your money right
Yeah,
and then take her out. But now let's talk about the people who do got the money and who do take these girls out on good dates, or who feels like they shouldn't take them out on good dates. Now, if they do take them out on a good date, are sexual favors due at the end of the date? Because that is every generation. No generation
right.
doesn't have that. Every generation, if I take you out, hon, you got to give up the bun, right?
Right. Well, yeah, you got some guys like that, but nah, I would say no. That is like no. I don't
No
believe in
sexual
that.
favors.
Right. I don't think the sexual favors are no, because it's like, okay, hey, we just getting to feel each other, in which you wanted to take me out and you picked the spot. That's why I hate when guys say, oh, I want to take you out, just let me know where you want to go. Now if I pick
Mhm,
Red Lobster and your fucking budget is, you know what I'm saying, like not,
mhm,
a restaurant, but not an expensive ass, steak 48 and all that and stuff. That's why I
And
always say, like, no, you take me to where you can take me, because at the end of the
yeah,
day, if we don't work out or if I don't like you, then you should just
yeah,
be able to put in your head, hey, okay, well, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I had a dinner,
mhm,
we didn't, vibe, or even if we do vibe and we do continue to talk, but I don't want to give it up
yeah.
right then, you know what I'm saying? Then, hey, it should be okay. Okay. I'm going to keep to get to know you, and then eventually that, will come along. But if I feel like guys who like expect like off the top, oh, I'm spending money, or I'm, tricking money, that you better like give it up. Like, no, I don't, I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
Very.
So do you think? So you know what I think too? I think I 100% agree with you. I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of guys, again, and I'm playing the devil's advocate, but at the same time, I gotta be fair. It's
Yeah.
not a I want. It's a what? It's what about fair? It's
Yeah.
if I take you out on a date, I'm taking you out on. See, it always goes back to this. It always goes back to what is your plan? Are you planning something, or is this genuine? Am I taking you out
Exactly.
because I want to really get to know you, or am I
Yeah.
just taking you out to check the box so I can get some ass after that? And
Exactly.
and if
And
that's the
that shows you right there. That
Mhm.
always lets you know right there, like what the guy is on. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you like what you say, if you go out and he automatically have to, da da da, and he get upset if you say, hey, no, I don't want to, what I'm saying, take it there or whatever like that. Because, like you
Yeah,
said, let's be real, guys, they have their urges and stuff like that. But if you get upset, and if, like, hey, if you try
that's a
to
deal
sneak
breaker.
that in, right,
Yeah,
exactly. If you try to sneak that in and you say, nah, I'm not ready for that yet, and he just said, oh, okay, okay, it's cool, and be cool about it, then it's like, okay, that yeah, he was genuine. But if he work it
yeah.
in and he get upset, oh no, I just paid this and I just did this and this, and I'm looking for that, and then don't accept no like for an answer, or he get mad, or on then blah blah blah, then it's like, okay, you knew what he was on then, because
You know
you
what he
I
was
should
on.
feel like, yeah, you should never be that
Or
thirsty to where you
just invite her to come over to the house. Just say, hey, come to the
right,
house. Let's go to the house.
exactly,
And everybody
exactly,
know. Everybody know when you're chilling at the house
yep,
what it is.
yep,
But when
exactly,
you take you out on a date, now you're taking it to a level like you really want to get to know the person, and now
yep,
it's downhill now. Now you got
exactly,
in the back of your head that you want to do. Unless and both of you genuinely just want to do something after the date. If after the date,
exactly,
genuinely both want to go back home and have the
yeah.
dessert, by all
Yeah, then
means,
it is what it is.
forget
Yep. And
about
I feel like this is a new generation with that too, because back in the day they used to judge females and feel like, oh, if you give it up on the first night, you know what I'm saying, you a hoe, and you know what I'm saying, that means you fast and
it. Yeah.
this and that. But now I feel like
mhm.
nowadays, I mean, you got males that still try to say that, oh, well, you gave it up on the first night, so I knew what it was and blah blah blah. But then you got the other males that like they understand that, hey, like you said, if that vibration is real, strong, and you both liking each other and stuff like that, and she do what she do,
Yeah.
then we all grown. So it's like, hey, it is what it
Mhm.
is. You know what I mean? That don't mean to
Yeah.
just stop, or now I got what I want, so let me stop. You know what I'm saying? Persuading her. Like, no, some relationships still last for years after that, and then some they got what they wanted, so it's like, okay, now they, that's it for them. But it all goes back to, which I had seen a post say that too. It went back to like what's in the guy's mind of, like how what his intention was to begin with. Like, you
Right.
know what I mean?
You
It's
really
all
want.
his intention. Right. What did he really want? Like, you can do all the right stuff. You can wait 1-2 months, or you can wait a month. You can do this and that, and then even after he get it, he can still go right away if that's what he wanted. After he got
Yeah.
the catch, right? Exactly. He can still go. So all that is like, it's all different
Yeah.
now. Like
So
everything
let
can
me
change with that too.
so let me give you another scenario. What about the guys who pay for the woman to come and fly her into the city that he's in. Wants to get her, wants to take her to the restaurants, takes her to wines and dines her, gives her the time of her life, but she comes back to the hotel and she says, "No buns, hon.
Right.
No
Now that's a different
cheeks."
situation.
Oh, that's different.
That's different.
Why is that different?
To me,
We're gonna get
like,
into the sticky of it. Why is that different? If he's whining, if he invites her and says, "Hey, you live over here in Colorado, I'm gonna fly you over here to Tennessee. I'm gonna wine and dine you. We're gonna have the best time of our lives. We're gonna have some fun. I want to get to know you." And she gets there and says, "Okay, cool, yeah, I'll come down." But she doesn't want to give up the buns. Why would that be different than if you're on a date and I take you out on a date to a nice restaurant and then I take you back home, or then after the restaurant's done and I say, "Hey, let's go home, let's have some fun," and you say no. What's the difference in that?
yeah, because first of all, he spent more. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Also,
he
is there
spent.
a spending limit that gets the
It's
buns?
no, not
Guys,
to say it like that,
we
but
gotta listen to this, guys. We gotta listen to this because this is key. These are keys. What DJ Khaled say? These are keys. Is there a limit that you're saying that you have to spend in order to get the cheeks? Is that
no, I'm
what it
not
is?
saying that. I'm not
Oh,
saying that. I'm saying that he did a little bit more, he planned a little bit more, and he spent a little bit more. So if for me, when I get happy when I see somebody and did this, especially if it's someone I like, you know what I'm saying? If he's someone who I'm feeling, you know what I'm saying? We have been talking for a while, like, I'm feeling him, you know what
mhm.
I mean? He and flew me out, he and did this and that, then yes, in my mind, if he got a hotel, we spend in a hotel together, in my mind, I'm going to automatically know, okay, we
No,
go doing some grown things. Yeah, at the end of the day, we about to get, you know what I'm saying,
he's
get
not
it
gonna
in.
be
Because
and he's sleeping or he's not gonna sleep on the couch and you sleeping in this nice king size
exactly.
plush hotel
No,
bed.
that's common sense. To me, that's common sense. But to me, once again, it goes back to like,
What
if,
if you don't? But what if you don't like the guy when you get there? Because, like we said, planners are schemers.
what'd you say?
Planners are schemers. No, I'm
That's
just
true.
quoting. I'm
I
just
feel
quoting.
like, once again,
But
he
yeah,
shouldn't get mad if she say no, by
that's
all means.
should he be able to boot? Because I've seen videos like this. I've seen the videos where a guy flies the girl down all the way to his place. He's got a nice house, flies her down, says, "Hey, come on down, chill with me this weekend. We gonna ball out." Takes her to the club. You know what I mean? VIP, bottles popping. But for some reason, the girl gets back to the hotel, and whatever the reason may be, whether she's not feeling him, whether he's more awkward than what she thought, whether she's turned off by something he did, but she says, "Hey, listen, nah, I'm not really feeling that." Should he kick her ass out? And if this guy kicked her out in the middle of the night and said, "Oh, you're not feeling that? Well, pack those bags and get your ass back home." And when he told her to get home, guess what she said? "Hey, I don't have a ticket back home. You flew me. Where's my ticket? Give me the ticket and I'll go." He said, "Nope, no hunt, no buns, no funds. You gotta go." Was he right? Was he right for this? Should
Now,
she
he
have
wasn't right.
Should she have known better than to fly all the way there and stay with this
Yes.
guy? Or is she have the right to change her mind at any time? And is it his fault for expecting her to be giving up the buns just because he spent the funds for her to come out? Who's at fault? And I'll speak on my end real quick and then you talk. On my end, I laugh my ass off when I see these videos. Forget about it. Again, see, now when I'm going to take it to a level that I'm spending more money and I know what my plan is already, because come on, let's be honest. Every man wants to get the buns. Every man want to get the buns. And most of the time the woman wants to give it up too, but she just don't want to seem like she's this hoe or seem like she's giving up on the first night. But everybody, when you're grown, you know what you want to do. It's just how you approach the situation, right? So I feel like the guy is supposed to, if he's flying her all the way out, this is a conversation that you're supposed to have in the midst of getting ready to fly her out. Before you fly her out, you're supposed to get this understanding. "Hey, baby, all right, come on out, but listen, I'm going to turn you out. When you get, you know what I'm saying? Like dropping them little nuggets. But remember, baby, when you come home, you're coming home with me after the club. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Like, I
sir.
think this is a conversation that has to be had because then she can say, hey, I'm not really on that. You know, she has the right to say that. She doesn't have to give it up because he paid for her to come down. It's not, I might get down there and you might stink. What if you get down there and this guy fucking this bad hygiene? There's so many different reasons why this girl can say, no, forget about it. I don't want to do anything with this guy. But if you have already discussed that this is a part of the program, now you know what's up for sure. You know I'm not just being some nice guy and flying you out just to chill out with you. I want to get them buns. So I feel like that's a conversation that has to be had and has to be agreed. Both have to agree. Because if she doesn't agree to that, you need to stay your ass home and I'll just see you. You know what I'm saying? I'll see you when I fly into your state. I'm not going to fly you out and VIP you if you finna just leave with another nigga at the club. Because that's what some of these girls do. We got to remember, some girls are looking for the free meal ticket. They get a chance to go to Vegas. They never been to Vegas. This baller's talking about bringing her to Vegas. But then she gets to Vegas and she sees another nigga that's more swaggier than that nigga. So guess what? I think I changed my mind. I don't think I want to go back to this hotel. This nigga is in a 5-star. This nigga only in a 3-star. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about that? What do you think about that? Who's at fault? Who's at fault for this misguided tour to happen? She flew all the way down. Now he wants sex. She doesn't want to give sex. He wants to kick her out. Is that okay? Should he kick her out? Or should she be giving up the sex?
Nah, I think that he shouldn't kick her out. I think that he should just take it as an L because, like what you say, he should have got it. You know, he should have got that straight in the beginning. But for me, it's like I said, that's pretty obvious. Like 2 + 2 = 4. I think it can be like real, like they feel like, oh, I look this good that a dude is really just gonna fly me out. You know what I'm saying? Just like I'm an escort like that. If he ain't a sugar daddy that's got like millions and he, you know what I'm saying, flying you out to be like, hey, my shoulder piece, you know what I'm saying, you look so good to be my shoulder piece, then come on, like get real. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta know he wants the buns. He's not flying you out for
You
the
have
fucking.
to know. You
not
gotta know.
from a whole nother city, so y'all can
There's
get
rules of
to a club.
engagement.
Have nothing. It don't have shit to do with like some females be like, oh, well, I wasn't expecting that because I'm not that type of female. Like I ain't
Not
gonna
that.
give it up. Please, honey, you could cut all that shit out. You know damn well if a nigga is gonna fight you out, you know exactly what's gonna go
You
on.
know
And
what
it's
he wants.
white, black, anything, no matter what race.
It's rules. It's rules of engagement.
Rules of engagement. I love it. So what's the rules
Absolutely.
of engagement, DB?
I mean, it's like a contract. You know, even if you know a little bit about if you know a little bit about contract law, man, you know what I'm saying? Even in contract law, they say that a contract is valid when you're performing the duties. You know what I'm saying? When you're performing the duties of the contract, you ain't got to sign it or nothing. You know, it's assumed that you agree to the contract when you're
Yep.
performing the duties of it. You feel what I'm saying? So applying that to what we talking about. Come on now, man. If I'm flying you down, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know that I'm talking to you because I'm attracted to you. You know,
Yep.
you know what I'm attracted to because that's what you put out there. You feel what I'm saying? So
Okay.
you know what's going on,
Mhm.
and I fly you out. I spend my money. You know what's going on. It's the rules of engagement. But you know,
Yeah.
then you got the moments like you talking about, right? When it's time to get down to the nitty gritty. When all is said and done, it's time to get down to the nitty gritty. Now you
Mm-hmm.
yeah, now you pulling the plug on shit. You know,
Yep.
that's not cool. I feel like that's not even cool because you know what's up. But it go back to what you
Yeah.
said. And technically it go back to what you said. You know, she don't have to she don't have to give it up. You feel me? But you know
Yeah.
what's up, shorty.
You know what's up. You just basically trying to take advantage and get a free meal, get a free trip like you won the lottery or some shit. But you knew it. But the guys have to understand that this must be talked about in the conversation, because this is
Absolutely.
how a lot of guys get on the IG and they start whining and, yo, I took her out and she didn't do nothing. Now, as far as me, see, that's why if you do the conversation and she pulls the plug, now, yes, get the hell up out of here. Get your ticket back home the best way you can. Greyhounds is running every 2, 3, 4 hours. Greyhounds is running all night, because here's the thing: you're playing with my
They'll be ass
emotions.
out of luck.
Playing with my emotions.
Ghost, they'll be asked out if you flew them out to where you was at, bro.
In the middle of the desert. Well, how the hell am I gonna get back? It's a $15 flight.
And that goes back to, that's why also I was going to say too, like the female have to make sure she got her own like money and bread and stuff like that herself. Like don't go out on even on a date like not having your own, or you know what I'm saying? Don't
Yep.
go out like don't go to another like country or city or state or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? Not like
Like that.
having your own, because you never
Right.
know how, you know what I'm saying, things
Back
can
up.
go, or you never know. Right, exactly. You have to have a backup plan, because it's like, okay, then it goes back to also the females who is like, okay, not so sure if they want to give it up, or if they don't, then that's when you can put it in like, okay, well, I'll go half on it, you know what I'm saying, or
Right.
or
To
I'll go
equal it out.
half, right, to equal it out, where it's like, okay, he know, you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
if I don't want to give it up, or if I don't, if I'm not feeling that I want to give it up,
Yeah.
okay, you know what I'm saying, you didn't spend everything on me, like you didn't do everything, you know what I'm saying, so it's like, okay,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah. That's what I think too. And like you said, that's a backup plan. That's, you got to have a backup plan for a backup plan all the time. So, and like you said, it's these innuendos, and like DB has said about the contract. It's like this unsigned contract that you already know. You know, if you're flying all the way to come see a person, you know that this person is not, or you should ask. The women can
Yeah,
protect themselves too by saying, "Hey, listen, I just want to let you know that I'm celibate or whatever." You know what I mean?
yep,
So or we can do something, but it's going to be dependent on how we feel. That way, the contract is being negotiated, because a lot of times
exactly,
the contract is going on that is unspoken. The contract is
right,
going. It's already, you should know, because we both are adults, so we both know we're not doing nothing for, nobody does nothing for free. Always remember,
exactly.
nothing for free.
Oh, of
Everybody,
course, that's why I said, yeah.
everybody's getting
That's why I
something.
said you got to be naive, or you got to be like, you know what I'm saying, to kind of think, just like females to think like, oh, they getting all these luxury gifts, or you know what I'm saying, like a man is going to give
All
you
this
a
shit.
car or
Yeah.
a purse,
Nothing.
real expensive purses, and
Mhm.
and then that's just it. Like, no, you gotta welcome to the real world. You know what I'm saying? Where
Absolutely.
if you getting, you know what I'm saying, wined and dined and pursed down and cars and it, he's going to eventually, even if, like I said, because you got some men, yeah, they'll do it. And they
Yeah.
might, because they got the money, they might be able to be like, hey, okay, I'm not going to rush, you know what I'm saying, the sex part
Mhm.
or whatever like that. But
Yeah.
eventually, you know what I'm saying, you already know what he's going to, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, eventually want.
Yeah.
Unless, and like I say, he's some 100-year-old that and did what he did. And now he, you know what I'm saying, just want to spend and send you here, send you there, and give you this, give you that. You know
And
what I'm saying? It's like,
like you mentioned earlier, even that 100-year-old man got a plan. He needs you to be the picture girl. He needs to have you
exactly.
sing. He needs to show
Yeah.
you off somewhere. He needs to feel
Yeah.
younger.
Yeah.
Whatever it may be, everybody's given or taken in the situation. So do you think that's why
Exactly.
some females start off the back nowadays saying, "Hey, let's go half and half on the date"? That way,
I think so.
there's nothing
Yeah.
expected. I paid
Yeah.
half. You can't say that you paid everything and now I got to give up the
Exactly.
mark. I'm paying
Yeah.
half so that we can cut through the bullshit. If I don't want to do
Yes.
something, we don't have to do it. Do you think
Yes.
that's
Let's go. As they called it, let's go. It's is it cats or like Dutch or something like that? I think
right?
it's Dutch.
Right.
Dutch onto the bill or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is why. Because it's like, okay, now you know what I'm saying, which I know that if I'm not really feeling the dude, I know that I'ma feel like, you know what I'm saying, okay, hey, I got my tab and you can pay your tab. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
that's it.
By the end of the night,
So
bill comes.
right.
You already
Exactly. So whatever, right, exactly. But I feel also, like I said, there's levels to it because I feel once again, if he invited you out and take you out, you know what I'm saying, then yeah, you can go ahead and pay that bill and everything because I didn't ask you to, you know what I'm saying, take me
know.
out.
Yeah, you
You
took
could
me out.
pay whatever, right, exactly. You
I'm
could
not
pay, you know,
obligated to do something with you.
right,
Invited me out. You
just because you
invited
took
me
me
out.
out.
No, you invited
Exactly,
me to see
exactly.
if I was to see if I wanted to date you. But now
Right.
you're expecting me to do something with you, which means that now we're out of the spectrum of that we're doing something genuinely to get to know each other. Now this is like damn near like prostitution. I'm paying the bill
Yeah.
for this, and now I'm expecting the sex immediately afterwards.
Exactly.
A lot of guys got to get that through your head. Get this through your head that if you just want a chick that you want to just smash out or something, there's tons of prostitutes. And listen, I don't advocate prostitution. I don't advocate none of that shit, right? For legal purposes. But if you're into that type of shit, if you're into that type of thing, just go get a girl who actually does that, who works doing
Right.
that, opposed to
Yeah.
What's
getting
wrong? What's wrong with that though, man? What's wrong with meeting somebody regular and
uh-huh.
that you like and wanting to have sex with her? What's wrong with that?
Oh no,
Why do I have
it's
to get a sex worker?
it's perfectly normal to want, but it's a difference when you are demanding it. So when you want to do it, yeah, obviously, anytime you date a shorty that you're feeling and you looking at you, the sexual urge is there because you don't even know this person that after on the first date, right? So you're brought together due to the physical attraction and maybe some of the mental attraction from you talking. But I feel like if you go into the sexual portion of it where you're demanding it, meaning I took you out on a date, so now you need to have sex with me. That's what a sex worker does. Sex worker will have sex with you after you have paid. So I feel like that separates just a random sexual, you know what I'm saying, experience. That would be something mutual. That's like we finished the date and now I'm like, hey, you want to go back home? Let's go watch a late night movie.
But
Right?
like
And
the
then you come
date,
home and do it.
I feel like the date
Mm-hmm.
though, you know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing the date is set in the mold. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, a date could be on some Jill Scott shit, a long walk in the park after dark. You feel me? But the point of the date is to set the mood, you know what I'm saying? Because I think sex gets a bad rap in society nowadays. You feel me? Because it's just happening so casually, and people do it.
Mm-hmm.
They become callous to the real power of sex, which is uniting two people. You feel what I'm saying? And the
Yeah.
person that you unite with should be somebody that obviously you really feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you see a girl you really feeling, you know what I'm saying, you naturally you want to unite with this person, and through sex. You feel me? And so the date part comes from a place where I'm just trying to set the tone, set the energy
Yeah.
right. You know,
Mm.
again, we
So you
just
feel like that's the pre-up, that's like the pregame before actually getting into the sex part. You feel like the date is the opener, is like the pregame. We gonna date and
yeah,
then we gonna have.
absolutely. Absolutely. You
So
feel what I'm saying?
I have a little different view on that portion just because I get what you're saying. And that's what a lot of guys mentally, I believe, think. They think like that's the pre for me, I feel like if I'm when I take you out on a date, I'm going I'm going past the limit of the sex portion, right? The sex portion, if I just want to get to that, then I would be like, yo, just come through and chill. You know what I'm saying? And we chilling in the house or whatever, and then we gonna go to the sex portion. But when we're going on dates, I feel like at that time I'm really getting to see who you are, especially like if we have not kicked it anywhere else. Now there's a difference. Say you're on a date and it doesn't matter where the date is at because sometimes the date could be at your job. The date could be somewhere you met up at and you meet there again. that's pretty much like a date. The date portion is the talking, getting to know. The sex would be if we both gonna go into that. Of course, obviously, we want to do it. That's every man. I don't think any man is taking a girl out that they don't is not interested in having sex with. They gonna want to have sex, right? But I feel like it's not mandatory until like the next couple times. Now, next couple times we going out, now I feel like that's the pre-gamer because we have already dated, we already went out and we already did that. Now it's kind of like, okay, we actually are feeling each other. Let's get to this thing. I feel like that. But I don't think it should be mandatory. I feel like when you're saying it's mandatory, that's why I say probably the sex worker's better for you. Because because you're gonna be upset. You're gonna be upset if on that first date you go out. If you're thinking like that on the first date, when you go on that first date and she's like, look, I don't want to seem like I'm just fucking everybody. Because think about it. If she's doing that with every first date she has, every date she has, that's a lot of bodies that she's gonna have. There's a lot of bodies you're gonna have. If every date you're lining it up just to get into the sex portion. So I feel like the mandatory portion is what makes it the difference. If you like, hey, look, I hope I'm gonna get these skins afterwards, and she wants to give the skins up afterwards. Now we talking. Let's go ahead.
Hey,
My bad.
bro.
What's going
What's
on,
up, man?
baby?
It's
What's
all good,
going
bro.
on? You
Yeah.
good?
What's up, bro?
We in the mix now, talking about whether or not when you go out on a date, should your date be obligated to give you sex afterwards? DB pointed out a good point. He said that if you're going out on a date, it's pretty much like the pre-up. It's the pre-gamer. You're going on a date, then after that, you're gonna have sex. In my opinion, I feel like if it's mandatory where you feel like, look, if I take this girl out on a date, she needs to be giving me the skins after this. If you feel like that, I think that's where you kind of get in trouble at, because that would be that's pretty much like a sex worker, right? You could just get a sex worker. You could get a sex worker who you could pay, and then you get to play. But every girl's not going to give you the skins on the first date. So if you come in with that mindset that it should happen, I think you're going to be upset, and you're going to be way more upset when she says no, because now you thought it was mandatory. Your whole reasoning of the date was to get the skins instead of the date is the date. Let's talk. Let's fill each other out. Now, if we want to have sex both at the same time afterwards, because look, you might go on a first date and that girl might turn you off. I've been on dates before where the girl go on a date with her and she get to like the way she eating and the way she's ordering, you know, just you know what I'm saying? Like it might be something that turns you off. And I'm like, you know what? Hey, in the tab, good night. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I obligated to give her some dick afterwards? Should I have to give her dick because, you know, she took me out on a date? You got to look at it reverse. If the girl takes you out on a date, pays for the meal, and says, hey, afterwards, what's up? You're not going to come give me no dick? Then what are you going to feel if you don't like this girl? If she did something that turns you off, you caught a little smell when you walked in. The breath was on 10. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that.
You might want to pull out.
No, you know? Like that ass.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. That what if it was reversed? Like if the female, you know what I'm saying, like wanted some and then the guy didn't want to give it, you know?
Yeah.
I think that
even though that seldomly happens, but
I think men and women are looking for different things, you know what I'm saying, when they pursue each other. Like where if a man pursue a woman, you know, he looking for sex most of the time. And if a woman pursuing a man, she probably most likely looking for like some type of relationship or some type of stable relationship type shit, you know. But I did want to say real quick to Ghost, you know, like I get what you're saying, right? If you are expecting to smash on the first date, then you're gonna be disappointed because you know she shouldn't be obligated to have to smash. I get that, right? And also what you said, something that you said too. You said, you know, for a guy, you know, like you kind of like if you're expecting to smash, you feel me? Like maybe like going on a date probably isn't the best route. You feel me? You mentioned that it'll probably be more effective if, you just have her on some shit like come through the crib and chill, in an environment where
Yes.
she probably know that, okay, this is what
No.
this man is expecting from me. You feel me?
There you go.
But
Yeah.
all right, so since you said that, right, I agree with that, you know,
Yep.
but also wanted to add, I think that, that a man's mentality when it comes to that first date thing, I think that that's
Mm-hmm.
inspired by women for real. You know what I'm saying? Because
Okay.
like women, they don't want to come off like they some hoes, or they don't want to come
Yeah.
off like they
Yes.
cheap and easy, right? So
Yeah.
when we trying to be straightforward and letting them know what we want, ghost, when we try to be
Yeah.
straightforward and let them know what we want, and we're inviting them on first encounters where they're not
Yeah.
uh where they can tell like, yo, this is what we want. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, come to the crib. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like when we're
Yeah.
inviting them to those type of environments, they feel like hoes. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They be like, oh, you
Yeah.
think I'm
Yes.
easy?
Switch it. Like, take me out on a date first. We should go out
Right.
on a
So
date first.
that's what they
Yeah.
start requiring. That's what they start
Right.
requiring. And the guys want some pussy, so we're gonna
Yeah.
oblige. You feel me? So the
Yeah.
first date thing, the reason
Yeah.
why I feel like the reason why most guys think like that on the first date about the first date is because, that's how women have conditioned us to pursue sex from them, you know?
That's a
But I
that's
don't,
a good view on it. That's
yeah,
a good view. Like,
It is.
basically, like the women can the women are setting the prerequisite. If you want to get the skins, you got to take me out first, and then
yeah.
after that, and we can talk
You
about
get
it.
it.
But if they
Because
don't
it's
want to
like you
give,
said, the
they don't have.
guys ain't, the guys really ain't, we really not contemplating no, what's
Yeah.
a good first date.
Yeah.
We don't care if
Yeah.
you're gonna take you to the Cheesecake Factory. We're gonna take you to some five-star hotel, bro. At the end of the day, we
Yeah.
have one thing in mind. You know what I mean?
So I
Yeah,
agree.
straight up.
I agree. I agree with that wholeheartedly, except one thing on it, or not except to add on to it. I think like also, and Donna Sella said a good one. She just said, "Good afternoon." She said that it's about chemistry. Sometimes things just flow, um, and that's true. That's what I was getting at when I was saying um, that when you're on a date, if it goes there, it goes there. That's the chemistry part of it. If
Right.
after the date we've had a
And if
blast,
it don't,
we
it
both
don't.
laughing, yeah, we both feeling each other, then come on. We all know
Yeah.
those that it's gonna happen. But when you're already demanding it, when you get there and it's like this is gonna happen, now
Right.
you're setting yourself up for failure because if she says no,
Yeah.
now you're so upset. And that's why you get these guys throwing these fits because they came in the game thinking, I'm gonna get some ass after this date. She set the
Right.
prerequisite, but she's not setting a prerequisite as far as this is to get the sex. She's saying, I'm not gonna just come fuck you that easy. We gonna go out, let's see if we feeling each other, and then from
Yeah.
there we'll do whatever we gonna do. But a lot of
That's what I
guys,
was gonna say too. The date thing comes into like not just one date either. You know what I'm saying? It's like getting to know you a couple of times before you even go that route.
that right,
Unless in like what you say,
Yeah.
we because females can just be on some fun stuff too. Like you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like okay,
just
I
want
don't
to
give
get
a
it in.
fuck. Like hey,
Yeah,
let's do it.
Let's get it.
But
Yeah.
right, exactly. But
yeah.
if it's like what the fuck? I just lost my thought of what I was gonna say.
It's
Said
all
if
My
the
good.
point
It's
that
all
I was
good.
trying to make.
guy,
It's all
if
good.
the guy, if the
It
girl
happens.
just want to be on some stuff too, but it should be multiple dates.
Right,
So you,
right, 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 right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was trying to say. It's like don't just think in your head like, okay, if I take her out on this one date, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Now I'm about to like get it or like
Yeah.
yeah.
no, don't
It's
think
not
like that. And
mandatory.
right, it's not
Mandatory,
mandatory.
mandatory
And this is
is
what I was gonna
sexual.
say too. This is what I was gonna say too. A turn off,
Mandatory.
like it's right, exactly. It's a turn off also. Like when a dude have to like mention sex, so you want to be careful on how you
Yeah,
do that too.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
Because
gotta be
for
Yeah.
me, yeah,
strategic. If you saying come back to the house, let's chill. That's code for it. Come on back and let me get them skins. If you're
Yeah.
not
Right.
feeling that, then you're not feeling that, and you wouldn't get upset. You just, oh, okay,
Right.
well, we'll meet up the next time. But like you said, the pressure when you're putting the pressure on it, that's because they had already wanted to take it that route. But let me ask B
Right.
Dot this question, B Dot, just to catch
Yeah.
you up to speed. Who should pay the bill on a first date? Should it be the man or should it be the woman? Who pays the bill on a first date?
I feel like whoever asked the other person out on the date, whether it's the
Uh,
man or the woman,
Yeah.
you feel me? Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Now,
feel
see,
it.
for me, I'm a little on this one. I'm traditional in a lot of shit, but
Yeah.
I'm not traditional on some things. But I'm more traditional on this. So I feel like with the dating shit, I wouldn't on the first date. I don't want a woman taking me out on a date. Not on the first date.
Mm,
Like because I feel like at that point
Right.
you're role reversing. You're wearing the
Yeah.
pants now. You're
true.
putting on the pants.
True.
Yeah.
Leave the dress on and let me do what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
after that, you can take me out as many fucking times as you want because in history, it's going to go down. Daddy, how did you and mommy meet? Mommy took me out on a date.
Yo.
No, mommy took me out to fucking, a nice restaurant. Like, no,
Yeah.
I took mom out. I did this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, I think on the initial one, it should be the man. And listen, the date, to me, that's the thing that we're going to get into next. To me, the date does not have to be traditional. The date does not have to be a restaurant. The date could be like, me and my babe.
That's what I always say.
When we was at my
That's what
spot,
I always
I
say
was
too. Like
DJing.
you can even
You know
go
what I'm
to the
saying?
beach.
I get
Yeah,
that.
you
Could
could
be
go to the
and
beach. You
go.
could do like a
Does not
river
have to
walk.
be physical eating food.
It could be
No.
something fun,
That's
you
the
know?
standard issue. It could be at your job. It could be, y'all chilling and kicking it at her job. Y'all kicking it over at some place like that at a mutual friend's house. There could be a housewarming. You know what I'm saying? It could be a lot of different
Yeah.
places
Kick
where
back.
you
Yeah.
because it's
That's
ultimately
what
you're
I
just
heard. That's
getting
what I
to
was
know
gonna
each
say
other.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. And I always say
Yeah,
that. Like it don't have
yeah,
to be like where because some dudes feel like, oh, I don't want to spend my money if this and that. Okay, well then at least
Yeah.
right.
say like, okay, a
Have
river
something to
walk, the
cook.
beach.
He couldn't even cook.
Right.
He could even take it to his house and cook a meal if you can't
Cook.
afford
That's
to
what they
go out.
do.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think that's what DB was hinting at is that sometimes women, because you got to remember, we got different type of women though. Women have put that standard to
Yeah.
I need to be taken out and it needs to be to a food restaurant before anything. And then you got some that are food abusers. It's like they don't fucking eat. It's like they haven't never ate nowhere. So their thing is get as many guys to take them to as many different restaurants or
Yeah.
as many different places so that they can IG the pictures of it and put it on their thing. Hey, I've been here, I've been there, even though they didn't pay a single cent, but just to make her friends jealous or make the people feel like she really getting the royal treatment.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think in that thing that's where that happens. But let me bring up the list. Let's bring up the list
Oh,
because we
you got
going
the
into it.
list?
I got the list. So
Ah,
let's.
that's what's up.
This is the infamous list that's going around. This is the infamous list. Group of ladies make a list of places men shouldn't take them on the first date. Okay? This is interesting. Number 1, Cheesecake Factory. What the hell? Ladies don't like cheesecakes no more? And they got some nice ass food up in the Cheesecake Factory.
Now that's just stupid because that is a decent place.
It's nice. That's number 1. Number 2, Applebee's.
I fuck with
Applebee's is
Applebee's.
I like Applebee's.
I like
Applebee's is
Applebee's.
Applebee's is good.
Applebee's is nice. It's
Yeah.
got a nice menu. Why wouldn't you want to go to an Applebee's? You can sit down. There's great service. Most
Yeah.
Applebee's have a nice ambiance. They got music playing and all that.
Yeah.
Chili's, they don't want to be taken to Chili's.
I
This
like
number 3.
Chili's.
Chili's another one. Nice ambiance. Chipotle
I like Chili's.
or Chipotle. Chipotle, they don't want to go there. No Olive Garden. Now, Olive Garden is an Italian spot with nice bread, Italian bread. Forget about it. And you don't want to go to Olive Garden? God damn. Yo, number 6 says the movies. The first date should be the movies.
Come
The
on.
movies? Really? I
Come
can't
on, you
take you.
can't be picking on the movies though. That's like the basic date.
That's the
That's the,
most
that's the
common
best.
first date.
That's the most common efficient date of the
Yeah.
fucking century is to the movies. And they even got like
Mm.
out here, we got the 7-star movies where they got the
Yeah.
travel sitting back.
They got all
So
the food and shit.
you're telling me that I shouldn't take you to the movies on the first date. Number 7 says your house. Okay, now the house. Okay,
Yeah.
for a date. Okay, I can understand number 7. Number 8,
Yeah.
any fast food chain. I agree with that.
That's food chain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is not for the first date. After the first date, shit. Come on. We had Jollibees, we had McDonald's, we had fucking whatever we want to eat, whatever we got a taste for. But the first date is your first impression. Like normally on the first date, we have not hung out together. So to hang out, I wouldn't feel. I don't think you should do a fast food restaurant. I agree with that. Buffalo Wild Wings. Buffalo Wild Wings is decent. I like Buffalo Wild Wings.
I like
I
Buffalo.
don't think.
Like the wings though,
I
that
like Buffalo
sauce.
Wild Wings.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, Wingstop. Yeah, that's kind of shaky because Wings like restaurant feel to it. It's like a deli feel, you know. For the first date, I don't know. For the first date, Wingstop. Usually Wingstop is like you order the Wingstop and that shit comes to the house. So I think I Wingstop. No, Red Lobster. Come on, you don't want to be taking a Red Lobster? Goddamn. What ladies made this goddamn list up? They must don't fucking eat
Yeah,
Red Lobster.
that's ridiculous. If you
They
gonna
were
turn down some
crazy.
lobster, that's ridiculous.
Turn down some lobster?
For real,
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
They freaking.
Number 12 says a buffet. So they don't want to go to a buffet. A buffet. So you don't want to have options. You don't want to have options in front of you. Now it's dependent though on what buffet. Because if it's one of them Chinese ones that's like,
Yo, that's crazy. You don't want them.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Maybe not for the first day. But I mean, buffets are good, no? Buffets are good. Okay. 13 says IHOP. Now IHOP is some fire ass pancakes. I don't think that would be. But for a first date, I don't know. Maybe for a first date, I don't know.
I'm not feeling it. Yeah.
IHOP. I don't know.
I think
Yeah.
IHOP is okay. What's wrong
You
with
think IHOP's
IHOP?
okay?
Yeah.
I just think IHOP's more of
I
like one
take
of
a
those.
girl on the first date to IHOP.
Would you take
Yeah,
them?
IHOP is good.
I don't think
Yeah,
I
I'll
would do
take
it.
them to IHOP.
I don't think I
I
would though.
Waffle House.
Maybe a Waffle
Yeah.
House. Yeah, that's fun.
Date for a date, I don't know. Now for like some already been together and shit,
Yeah.
we chilled already. The second date, third date, motherfucker, let's go to the Waffle House. Let's go to IHOP. Let's go get some pancakes.
Yeah.
Each his own.
I mean, I get it. If you trying to impress her, if you're trying to make an impression, I get it.
Yeah. Okay, so they said 14 Denny's.
Denny's.
Oh, that's kind of, I love Denny's. I like me some Denny's, man. They got a lot of different shit on the menu.
Denny's
But
is just like IHOP.
Yeah, it's just like IHOP. For a first date, I don't know. I don't think it. Yo, 15 says the gym.
Hell no, bro.
That's a good date.
Wait, people do that though?
That's a good date.
First date.
People really do that? Yo, that's crazy.
Hey, come hold this. Come spot me while I bench press.
Yo, that's wild, bro.
16 says church.
No way. You gotta do Pilates now.
Take your girl to church on a first date. 17 says Starbucks. That's true. I don't think a date at Starbucks. But I mean, that's kind of like coffee though. That could work.
Coffee dude though.
Yeah, Starbucks should be able to work. Starbucks should be able to work. That's like a coffee date.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, let's sit and have some coffee. I think Starbucks is all right. 18 says no coffee dates. They say they don't no coffee dates. Really? No ice cream dates. Who the fuck don't like ice cream? Y'all some fucking boring ass. Y'all don't like no damn ice cream.
I like ice cream.
That would be romantic. Like, let's go get some ice cream. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you lick my
that motherfucker, man. Come on. Yeah.
You lick my ice cream, I lick your ice cream. That could be a good alley hoop, goddammit.
Yeah.
20 says family functions. Wow. So ladies don't want to meet the fam?
Function.
That would be like the ultimate goal if you get invited to meet the fam. Damn.
Yeah, that means they really fuck with you. Take you to a family
really
function.
rock with you.
Yeah.
So number 2 is no family functions. 21, no movie night. Netflix, Hulu. That's what we took. On the first day, they come through and watch. You know what time it is. Slaughterhouse. What my man be saying? Shark bite. What he be saying when he eat the shark bite? My shit is slow.
That's
It's,
wild.
yo, look at 22. 22 says somewhere that requires a long drive.
What?
So women don't want to be taken out to places that's a long drive. Oh, 23, bowling. Wow.
No
They
way.
out to bowl.
Bowling? Come
Oh,
on.
That's a great place to go.
I think I
Who
would
doesn't want
go.
to go bowling on the first date? Like, bro, you tweaking. Come on,
It's
man.
adventure.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know who the hell made this list up.
So look at this one. 24, nightclubs. They don't want to be taken out to a night. That's obvious. Like a nightclub,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's not going to be a date. Now,
Yeah.
No.
if we just clubbing together, that's something different. But a date, I don't think that would be. It says 25 hookah bar.
Hookah bar.
For a first date, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think a hookah bar either for a first date. Because normally a hookah bar is like after hour shit.
Yeah.
After you finish party, blah.
Some
You know what I
kickback
mean?
shit.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, some kickback. I don't think it would be a date. I think it would be good, like on some after we already know each other. Let's go hit up this hookah joint. Ooh, woo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Let's
saying?
chill and shit.
Oh, hell no. 26 says a bar for just drinks. What? You don't want to be taken out for just a drink? Oh, I know why, though, because they know if you get them drunk, you
Yeah.
know what
I
time.
can see that shit.
All right, I get that one. 27, Waffle House. No Waffle House. I agree on that. Waffle House for a date? No. 28 is the last one. Sports events. So you don't want to be taken out to a basketball game, a front row basketball game. You're gonna turn down looking at LeBron James. You're gonna turn down
Crazy.
that. Who else is the Giannis out there doing his thing? You're gonna turn down Kevin Durant, Steph Curry. That's the dates you don't want to go on. God damn, lady. So where the hell do y'all? So here's my question now. So that's the 26 places they don't want to be taken. So where the hell else is left?
The
Those are the
moon?
main.
You can go to the moon. That's what that.
The
There's
moon.
nothing left.
Look, they're probably gonna put that on the list if somebody take them to
We
the moon.
supposed to figure that out.
Don't take us to the fucking moon. That shit was boring as hell.
I think it's up to
Yeah,
us to figure
man.
that out.
Now,
Yeah.
here's why I don't agree with the list at all.
Mm.
There should not be a list, man, except maybe the fast food restaurant shit and the house. Now see, now what we just said about the men are dictating sex after they do something for you. Now you're dictating to me what I should be spending out of my pocket.
Yeah.
I'm the one taking you out on a date. So you're telling me you're not going to go to Applebee's, you're not going to go to Chili's, you're not going to go to any of these places. You got the 2-for-1 deal. That's what they're trying to say. Because Applebee's is always for the 2-for-1 joints. You get you 2 plates. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? If it's something you want to eat off the menu, if you got a taste for a certain thing, we could go to that, but there's not much left. And here's my question then. If that's the case, if you're putting stipulations on where you want us to take you, then now you got to give up the ass.
Mm.
Now you got to give up.
Absolutely.
Now
Yo.
you have to
Absolutely. Because the reason they're raising the standards, the reason they're raising the standards for where we could take them is because they know that we want the ass. You know what I'm saying? So then
more.
if that's what you know, then why you don't follow through?
That's what you know. If you already know that, now you want to raise the bar. If somebody was to come out with a list and say this, now you must give up the ass. Because you just
Yeah.
made a prerequisite for me. You made a prerequisite that I got to take you to these specific places. So I'm gonna say, okay, what place you want to go to? But after that place, that ass has to be
Right.
given.
This is what I got a question too.
Gotta put out.
I got a question.
That ass
I
has to
got
be
a
given.
question for the I got a question for the males.
What's up,
This
Big
is
Boogie?
I got a question for the males.
Uh-huh.
How come and like why do I feel like males they go based off of how a female look to do like to take where they gonna take her?
Oh, I can
I
answer
feel
that.
like
Looks.
I feel like if she's a 10 or she got the
That's
ideal body, like she
yeah.
got, you know what I'm saying, the whole flat stomach, the breast, she got the butt, she got da da da. Automatically, they mind gonna go to, oh, I want to 5-star her. But if you got, you know what I'm saying, the decent looking
Yeah.
female, the basic females that are die, oh, she only good for y'all. I just take her there, da da
Solid
da da da.
sports.
So why do males do that, and why don't they treat, you know, all women? Because guess what?
Equal.
That woman who got everything like the, you know what I'm saying, everything perfect, she
Yeah.
might be looking,
I
oh, you
think
got a 5-star man, I'm not gonna give shit up, blah 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 blah. But then you
Yeah.
got the down to earth females that look
Right.
decent, but they might have a stomach like myself or something like that. But you take me there, and I'm gonna be like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm gonna
Appreciate
appreciate it. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna be
it. Yeah.
grateful. Like, hey, thank you for taking me out.
so.
Then you guys want to
In the
run.
fewest
Hmm?
words possible, I think it's the same. I think it's the same concept for like why a female would get that ass up to a rich nigga over a cool nigga.
Mm.
I think
Mm.
the
Yeah.
answer to your
Point.
question,
Good point.
I feel like is the same exact concept of why that is what it is with females.
And I'm gonna go.
You think so?
I'm gonna go a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
I feel like for women, here's why that standard goes like that, right? So you got to think about the places. A 5-star hotel or a 5-star restaurant. Who's up in there? Good looking motherfuckers that's dressed apart. Now, I'm sorry. Sorry, the world.
Yeah,
I'm
you
sorry,
gotta keep it real though.
the world is fucked up. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The world is fucked up.
Yeah.
This is what happens. It's not so much about the body. You don't have to have a perfect body. Most rich motherfuckers are fucking out of shape. There's not a lot of swole or ripped up rich motherfuckers. They're fat, sloppy, both on both sides,
Yeah.
men and women. So it's not about the looks. It's not about the body part. It's about how you're going to dress and how you're going to look when you go in there. If you're just horribly shaped, I'm sorry, just horribly shaped, you're not going to this 5-star.
But that's wrong, though. That's not
It's
fair
wrong.
because
It's wrong. It's definitely wrong. But here's the thing: you're probably not even slated, and this is how you tell the good from the bad. Now the
yeah,
good, they're not going to care if you're out of shape. But see, this is why I always say, be true to yourself.
Facts.
yeah,
If you're dating somebody and you want to date them for looks, then you need to get somebody with looks. Don't
yeah,
get somebody who don't have the looks and then expect them to take to shit because
yeah.
you
I agree.
have an issue with looks. If the person that you want them to have a nice shaped body, guess what? Then that's who you need to go after and stop fucking over the women that don't have type of body that you want. Because then
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
in the end of the day, you're going to be embarrassed. That's what it is. It's embarrassment. If
Yeah,
you're a woman who likes a guy who's 6 feet tall, right? But yet you get invited on a date with a short nigga that's 4 feet 11. You're
right.
not going to want to be seen with him in that 5-star spot, will you? Will you want to go amongst other people that's looking good in a 5-star restaurant with this 4'11 nigga, and you like 6 foot tall niggas?
They're gonna
No,
think that's your
you know
son
where
for
you want to
real.
be seen with him at? In a dark alley somewhere.
Yeah.
somewhere that's out of the fucking public's eye. You're gonna want to be seen with that 4'11 guy because guess what? Nobody's gonna see this motherfucker. So you can stay with him. But if you like a 6 foot tall motherfucker, what's gonna happen? You're gonna be proud with him. Because when you walk with him, you're gonna be, yeah, this motherfucker 6 foot tall, he looking good. I could go into this restaurant with all these other good looking people, and
Yeah.
we're gonna be comfortable. What do you think, B Dot?
You know, but the my phone.
Oh yeah, it's okay. I think like I don't know. For me, I think it's about also how you act and how you are and how you carry yourself. You feel me? But I'm
Ooh.
gonna treat you either way. You feel me? Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
take a shorty that's 5, and I'm gonna take a shorty that's a 10 to the same place. But also, it also depends to me because if you ratchet, I'm not gonna take you
Yes.
to a certain place that's I don't
Yes.
know.
Behavior.
I'm gonna
Right.
stereotype you though. I'm
No
gonna
matter
keep it
how
real. I'm
pretty
gonna
you
Yeah,
is,
stereotype.
no, that's different.
Yeah,
If you don't got no class, that's different. Like
yeah, for
if
Yeah.
you don't got
sure.
no class and you ghetto, you loud, you this and that,
I ain't
then
Yeah.
gonna do
yeah,
that.
I wouldn't expect no one to do that.
But
You
Yeah,
know what
for
I mean?
sure.
Unless
but the look part, listen, the look part I'm saying is only for the majority of how people think. Because what people think is always about perception. In this generation, what do you have going on? Women are getting butt lifts, women are getting all sorts of surgeries to re-enhance their self.
Fact.
So
but that's that's because that's how the male society have made it. They
Yes,
made it where it's like they
absolutely,
want they basically want us perfect. You know what I'm
absolutely,
saying? Then
absolutely.
when the females this insecure go doing all that,
Yep.
then they want to come with, oh, now you fake, you got a fake ass, you da da da. Like, okay, so what do you guys want? Like in our world, we
Yeah.
like, what do you want?
But
You know
that's
what
the
I'm
same with
saying?
the
Like,
guys. But that's the same with the guys. Look at the list. Look at the list we just showed you. That was a
yeah,
list
that's
constructed
true.
by women. So what happens is that's why you got these drug dealers, because guess what? Women are saying out here, I don't want no dude that's got a 9 to 5. He got a regular job. I want a guy who's out here with the Ferraris, with the, there's women that come to
Yeah.
Dubai solely for that. They come to Dubai to look for a baller. They want a dude
That's
that's got
Yeah.
Ferrari. So those are just negative people on both ends. They don't have the brain cells to think outside of it.
Let me see
Even
that.
the guys
Yeah.
that are going off of the looks,
What's
because
up?
you got to think about it like this: if you like a person, you should be able to take them to any type of restaurant,
Yeah.
5 star, low star, whatever.
yeah.
But I'm just telling
But
you
what
how
I'm
people
saying,
think.
what I'm saying is, I believe the person who wrote the list and was making like females think like that is
Yeah,
because they're feeling like, because I've seen some females that are like, oh, I'm not going to Applebee's because I'm like, I'm a 10 and you think I'm like under 10, so you're gonna take me to da 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 da.
Yeah.
It's like, and that's what I mean. You guys
I
have made it where
don't think that's
you
why. I think they made that list
you
because they
think
tired
so?
of fucking for low money. I think they feel like
You think so?
if I'm a fuck after the date, then I'm gonna push the bar up so that you have to pay this high amount and take me to this nice ass restaurant. And then if I fuck, okay, at least I went to some expensive spot and not.
Yeah, that's true.
I think women have caught on to the whole thing about about having going to these low restaurants. Listen, guys that spend the money for these girls with the nice bodies and shit, I'm telling you, that's another form of like prostitution. They're getting something that they know they can't normally get, so they're spending their money to get the skins. They just want to fuck at the end of the day. So when they to get it, those girls have put the bar up so high. That's why they go get their bodies made up, because that's like another form of prostitution. I got my body all made up because I'm using my body to solicit people, right? So that's why that
You said
realm
this
is
your
like.
new address right here?
But I get what you're saying, K Boogie. I get what you're saying, and like, but if you're really going on a date, there should be no stipulations. You shouldn't be you should just go on a date. Even if the dude takes you to McDonald's, if you don't like him, then just don't go on a date. You know what I'm saying? But if you like the dude and you want to go to McDonald's with the motherfucker, fuck it, go to McDonald's with him. But in your mind, know what you want. If a man is offering to take you to McDonald's and you don't like McDonald's, just change your perspective of men you going with. You're probably getting some dude that's out the club that you just met that's probably broke as a motherfucker. So the only thing he can do is McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Or he don't value you to the level of that he want to take you to nowhere higher. He want to take you to a fucking McDonald's and have you come over to the house. That's pretty much the gist of it. But at the end of the day, let's go back over it and let's close it out. We're going on an hour and almost 30 minutes. This was sticky. This was juicy. And K Boogie, that was a hell of a question. That was a hell of a question. I like that. And you know what? That's a topic in its own. And I think
Yeah.
like I said, you need to know what you want on both sides. Women should know what you want, because listen, a lot of women are getting their bodies done for who? Who you getting your bodies did for? These dudes ain't walking around with 8 packs. These dudes ain't walking around shredded. So who are you getting your body did for? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they're doing it because they want to get a baller. They're getting that body like that to get ballers. If you stay in the lane of where you can hit at, if you just accept love for love, you'll be good. But when you're searching for a certain money, a certain person making a certain amount of money, then you see these motherfuckers redoing their bodies and all that so they can get a baller. The people you see the guys that's doing all this extra shit, they're trying to get something that they don't normally get. So who should pay the bill on a first date? We all come in conclusion that it's whoever initiated the date, right? And then it's dependent on the male on how he wants to take it. If the male wants to accept this woman taking him on a first date, by all means, go on a first date. But if you're like me, you ain't taking me on no fucking first date. All right? You're not proposing to me and you're not taking me on a first date. I will not go into history as being one of those guys on video with that shit happening to me. No. Don't get any idea. That fucks up tradition for life. You know what I mean? That story will be told. But if you don't mind it, you don't mind it. Everybody has their own thing. Is there sexual favors owed after the date? It should be a chemistry thing, right? It should be chemistry. It shouldn't be something that should happen. It shouldn't be something that shouldn't happen. But it damn sure isn't something that's supposed to happen. It's something that will happen with the chemistry if it is or if it isn't. And last but not least, the list is fucked up, ladies. Whoever made that list is fucked up. And it just goes to show you how the world views relationships and how the world views dates and all of this stuff now. It's all so nuts. It's all around the place. There's stipulations on where you can take somebody to. There's stipulations on where you should be, how long the date should be. Goddamn, next they gonna make a list saying how long the date should be. You know what I mean? The date should only last 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying? You know, goddamn. You know, next is gonna be you can't pick me up in a certain car. You gotta pick. Why do we keep raising this bar to all these these different scales? You know, everybody just go back to the tradition of go out on your date if you want. If you don't. Right? And with that being said, we're going to close this thing out. I appreciate y'all coming on. This was another great hot topic. This was a great conversation that has to be had. And we addressed the elephant in the room. The next one we got is going to be real good. We talking about should the opposite sex in a relationship like other social, like the opposite sex on social media? Is that a problem? Should your man be able to like pictures of other girls on IG and that's it? Not comment, not going to no extra shit. Should he be able to like other girls on the IG and that's okay? Or should he not be able to? Should she be able to like other guys' posts on the IG and it be okay? Where does the line get drawn? Where is the line drawn? Should it happen? Should it not happen? I'm not going to tell y'all which way I stand yet. You got to tune in. You got to tune in. But listen, I got some points for y'all asses. I'm going to have the infamous Annie on here. She's going to talk. And I can't wait. I can't wait to have K Boogie and Annie on here together so I can get in y'all asses about this fucking topic. B Dot, I can't wait to have B Dot DB on here so they can back me up.
It's no word.
This is going to be a juicy ass topic. IG, we appreciate y'all coming in and checking us out. I'm going to post the link on where you can be on to be able to view this on YouTube. We're going to promote this on Facebook, on everything. We got every social media platform getting this thing pushed out. We're going to have it on YouTube for y'all to be able to watch. Also, I got it on Buzzsprout so you can hear it if you don't want to watch the visual. If you just need the audio while you're working out, I got that on there. We're going to be on Spotify also. So I'm linking in with Spotify. So the show will be on Spotify. I'll drop all that info and everything as well. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Does anybody else got anything you want to say?
No, that's all.
Nope. Right. All right.
All right.
Until next time.
We out this thing. We out this thing.
Powered by Riverside FM.